And we are in the building. We are in the building. And the chat is looking mighty empty early. It's looking mighty empty early. I don't see Raj. I don't see what's the dude named G. Where he at? He told me they hustle hard. That's what he told me. I was told by Raptors fans that the Raptors hustle real hard. I didn't see that tonight. That's all I'm asking. Where is all this hustle?
They hustle to another 30-point loss.
We whip they ass. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, family. We beat the brakes off these dudes, man. Just demolished them.
Oh, man.
Demolished them. You hear me?
Where Raj at? That's what I'm...
We beat the brakes off these dudes, man.
I mean...
We beat the brakes off this dude, out of these dudes, man.
Trae came back for us.
We beat the brakes off of these dudes.
They look hopeless.
Oh, man.
They didn't even have any hope after that second half. After the third quarter.
Oh, man. Where the hell is Rod?
That's what I want to know. I don't care about nobody else.
Where is he? Where is G?
Where's Raj and where's that other dude?
It's mighty quiet in here, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Raptors fans usually they be deep up in here. It's when we play them. Now they quiet as a mouse right now.
I bet Raj is in the chat probably typing
where they at?
Raj probably typing some essay about and giving excuses on why they lost. He probably thought OG was
Raj probably back. Raj up in here. He probably on a burner account right now. He probably on a burner account right now.
He probably told some. He probably typed OG was out back to back. We just didn't get out.
If we miss our best defender, OG is no. Man, listen.
Hey,
them boys came out.
I hope
and
Raj
we slapped the crap out them boys. He ain't Rod scared to talk. Where he at? He even came into the pregame. He probably done went to bed, bro. He probably went to bed. He was talking cash, bro. Where are these Raptors? Where are these Raptor fans that be all in the comment section talking trash?
Let me tell you something. We put what's his name, Gary Trent Jr. We put him back in his place. We put Fred VanVleet back in his place. See, I can win doing all that.
Exactly what I said, man. When you hold bums like Gary Trent Jr. to what they really do, you can win. But see, last game we let Gary Trent Jr. go off, and them Raptor fans, they was like, "Oh, Trent Jr. That's his third 30-point game." Everybody try and hear that. Let me bring in my guy, Lou. Starsky. Let's get him in the building. My guy's in the building. What's good, family? How you doing?
Doing pretty fantastic. Lou? What did y'all think of that performance?
Oh, yeah. Lou, hey, we got to get ready to go at these Raptors fans.
Oh, yeah?
Ass whipping.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I would like to say I would temper our excitement because that boy OG didn't play, and he has really been an Achilles heel for us when we play. Every time they need a big basket. What's
OG that? Ain't no difference maker.
OG ain't a 30-point difference maker, though. Not for 30 points. Maybe if we would have won by 7 or something.
Look, I said this in my post game. I said I don't want to hear no Raptors fans in my comment section telling me OG was out. OG was out. I said no. I said OG hit free threes. Yeah, I said OG is probably in the corner hitting maybe one or two.
Look at Dwight. Dwight know what's up.
But and plus we had JC out, so let's not let them get it twisted. But
exactly. I just OG. OG wasn't going for 40 tonight to save the day. Nah,
Hey, somebody make me a shirt, man. Where is Raj? Where is he at? Where is he? Every day we stream. Every day we stream. He come in here talking cash trash, bro. Every day. He even took his time. He even took time out of his day to come and jump into the chat doing the pregame. Now he's nowhere to be found. Now he's ducking. Where's the other guy at? Where's the other guy? This other guy came in here and told me. He said the
Raptors be hustling
between the Hawks and the Raptors is we hustle. Y'all don't hustle. I didn't see no hustle tonight, and I didn't see no hustle last night.
You know, remember when I got mad at Trae because he said that it's kind of demoralizing when the other team is just on fire. Well, there was a moment where I think in about the second quarter where Trae was making moves and he was just playing with his food at this point. I mean, you could just tell he just was like sitting there just like a little kitten, just toying with whoever they threw in front of him. And then I saw them play. I was like, maybe that's what he's talking about because they ain't running like they usually do.
Dude, listen. Raj got the nerve to be like,
man,
Ice Trae what?
Did y'all see when Trae did
Ice Trae?
Go ahead.
Hey, did y'all see when Trae did the little who was on it? Was it Boucher? Was some dude on the man? He hit him with that he crossed him up. The crowd was like, ooh, and then he pulled it back. And then he went in again, and then he hit him with that spin move with the and one. I was like, oh, he clowning.
Yeah.
I was like, he just clowning now, bro.
Exactly.
He's clowning now, man.
Hey, I don't care if he clowning or not.
No,
I don't care,
bro.
But you know what? If they do show up, I already got a list of excuses they're gonna use in their head, or are they a list of things they're gonna say? We still ahead of y'all in the standings. Y'all had to play again.
Well, you could throw this at him. What was the final score? We ended up winning by 30.
Or here's another one.
Do we end up winning by 30? Because this will be the first time in their franchise history that they lost 2 30-point games back to back.
Oh well, you know well, you know, you can also throw at them that well, if y'all are so good, then why'd y'all lose to us by 30? I mean, you lost to 2 playing teams, two 9 and 10 seeds, back to back nights by 30.
I know Raj is gonna be a real one and show up tonight. I know he is. I know Raj is not going to not show up at all. And he said he must be crying. Man, I know Raj. I know the Raptor fan disappointed. Not only did they lose, they got blown. Bro, they look like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It looked like the Raptors quit, bro. In the third quarter, like they quit. They was like, man,
I really do agree.
It's done deal.
They had one more heartbeat in the fourth quarter, around 9 minutes. But yeah, I agree. I have a couple of things going on with y'all, for y'all. The first one is, if we would have talked about it at the beginning of the right before the All-Star break was over, you know, if we said, hey, we split this, you know, these 2 games coming out and look good doing it, you know, the second half is going to be good, and we did that. We split between the Bulls and the Raptors, who had been giving us trouble. I think that's a good way to come out the gate. And the other thing that leads me to is, does Trae need to rehab his relationship with the refs, because it clearly cost us the game against the Bulls, where they just didn't give him that because you know, fuck it, it's Trae.
They missed a lot of calls for Trae tonight.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, is like he gets a lot of that. And I think because of his nature and the way he reacts and is reactionary towards these guys. Because I remember that you got to remember they're humans too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but Roger Raptors did it.
The referee.
What law firm should we hire to rehab Trae's rehab relationship?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't want to seem like that we're just being punks or whatever, but I would be willing to have that happen because, like,
there he goes.
Is important. There he goes.
There he goes.
Well, I can respect him for saying good game.
Raj doesn't think the Hawks are going to make the playoffs. A team that clearly
ain't no giving. Don't give Raj no credit, bro. Don't give him no credit. He was talking cash trash.
Let me say this, Raj.
How many weeks now?
Wait. Raj doesn't think the Hawks are going to make the playoffs?
Well, if that's the case, Raj just lost to a non-playoff team by 30. If that's the case, Raj, you just lost to a non-playoff team by 30 with no John Collins and no Lou Williams. I think that you all are a very terrible
I'm waiting for
team.
Raj excuses.
That's two 30-point losses.
Why they lost.
No excuses on that. OG Anunoby was out. We came off a back-to-back. Y'all were 2 hours north of us. Be quiet. Talk about you came off a back-to-back. You were 2 hours north of us up there in Charlotte, getting whipped out there. And then you came down here for a butt whooping. We still on. I knew that one was coming too. 2-1. All right, Raj. We play you all in
from a week.
We play you all.
We still rusty.
Man.
Yeah, right.
We still rusty.
That's right.
So Raj, so I think every team in the NBA was on All-Star break, and y'all home court advantage back-to-back games. It's not complaining about the schedule. I mean,
it sounds like someone who is scared of the playoffs. But come on. If I could pick a bone with you or have a conversation with you about something. Because you were kind of hyped up in the back end about, like, oh man, this team's looking bad, and we just lost JC. Let's look how we look, after a few games. And has his absence not shown you how good we look with a post player? Gallo's post presence has made a difference in how we function as a team. What do you now think JC's value is to this team, and should we actively look to shop him in the offseason?
No, we should look to shop Clint.
Okay.
If I'm gonna get a post player, I'd rather get a post player. I'd rather my big be the post player. Collins can give me. He can stretch the floor.
I'm cool with this.
If I can get a big that can give me that post play that Gallo gives me, then I keep Collins, and that way, guess what? Now I can get my big. We can just clear it out now for the big. You feel me? If Clint Capella had any post move, you could just stretch the whole floor out and just throw it in there, and by here you go, boom. But since we don't have that, everybody would rather move JC. But in my opinion, my post play should come from my big. I got a 7 foot I can't throw the ball to for nothing. 0 zilch. So, but I mean, bro. That was a good ass game. We deserve that fucking ass whipping. We deserve to whip their ass.
That was glad about all of that, but I am looking at my team and I'm very critical. And Hunter, what is going on with Hunter? Way too many open threes missed. Way too many.
Hunter needs to stop playing offense. He needs to be the new Clint Capella. He does not need to be involved in offense.
He needs to. And I think I think I solved another little issue with the Hawks is that we don't run enough plays where our shooters are catching and shooting. Like it seems like we have to pump fake a lot. It seems like we have to run better plays to get them a little more open and just fucking let it go. Because when I don't know, I feel like our team is gelling, coming together.
Hunter is getting looks. He just miss them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm upset with him.
He's not good. He's not good on offense.
His shots. Okay, now I know about all that. Now, yeah. I don't know about all that. But what it is that when you're a shooting team or you're a jump shooting player, shit like this gonna happen. All he can really do is try to shoot his way out of it. But my thing is this why in the offseason he needs to work on attacking the basket so he could get in the lane, maybe get to the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it is when you cold, like last night with Trae. When you cold, bro, you miss it all. You know what I'm saying? But he went through this earlier in the season. What I think it was right before the All-Star break. He had like 3 terrible back-to-back offensive games, but then he came back. I mean, he played pretty decent tonight. Obviously, not what we would hope for at the moment. But let's see. Let's pull up his stats real quick. Let's see what he did for us.
Toronto got two back-to-back deals coming up.
I mean, I wanted to ask y'all. Do y'all think? Do y'all think with the schedule opening up the way it is, do you think it still would be fool's gold to try to still shoot for the 6th space, or are you comfortable now with just let's get into play-in, let's make it into the playoffs? Do you think that should be the focus and the goal of the team?
The focus should be win as many games as possible, and let the chips fall as they may. And the reason I say that is because the only thing we can control is winning the game. For us to get to the 6th seed, we need other teams to lose. So let's not focus on getting help from other teams. We just need to handle our business. And I just want to get in the playoffs. I don't care if it's a play-in. And we put like I tell people, we put ourselves in that position. So, I mean, in this position that we in now by tricking off the first half of the season. So, I mean, my goal, if I'm the coach, focus on winning the games, especially these 11 games that we have coming up against under 500 teams. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not worried about the 6. I just want to make the playoffs, period, because you know how the saying go. Anything can happen in the playoffs. You just got to make it there. You feel me?
Yeah, and all the other top 5, top 6 teams are still all really good. So I mean, that first round playoff is going to be a hard series in the East. The East is back, baby.
Well, hey, it's our fault. We don't have nobody to blame but ourselves.
If you let Ray's dad tell it, or if you let Trae Young's dad tell it.
We have nobody to blame but ourselves. But if I'm the coach, we make it in the playoffs. I don't care what seed we are. If I'm Nate McMillan, you know what I'm doing in the locker room? Playing all our road victories in last year's playoff run. I'm replaying all of them to remind the guys that at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Home court doesn't matter if you're a good team and you play smart, fundamental basketball. Now, does the crowd have a small effect? Yeah, but I mean, guys like Trae, if he really want to be like with the Mamba mentality, if he really want to be the so-called villain, that's where he's supposed to thrive at, on the road, shutting up other teams and their fans. You know what I'm saying?
We started off on the road last year.
This would be a great opportunity. If he really want to put his name on the map. Hell yeah, we play all our shits on the road last year, every last one, and we won game 1 against New York. We won game 1 against the Bucks, and we took game 1 Philly. Then we won all 3 game 1s, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Look.
So I mean, I'm not scared to go on the road in the playoffs.
I'm not either. Because I mean, look, I kind of knew going into this game that we were gonna eat the Raptors for dinner because just looking at Toronto, looking at their stats last night, it was like, this team is so beatable. Toronto thinks they're so good and they're not. Like, you could see their facial expressions in that third quarter. They didn't even know what was going on. I mean, they were laxing back. You saw Nick Nurse; he was like, "What in the world?" Like, they didn't even know what was going on. I mean, so I mean, look.
Well, I think what happened is we had a coaching battle go on in this game, and at first, what they were doing was attacking Trae Young, and it really worked at first. And the other thing that they were doing was allowing Pascal to roam, and what we did is put Hunter on that, and that shut that shit down. So, I mean, it was a back and forth for a little while. The first 2 quarters were beautifully coached, but then we just got on a run and put the foot to the pedal. But Nick Nurse, actually, I was commending the first half and the first quarter, because they were doing something. They were attacking. They knew exactly what they wanted to do on offense, which was attack Trae Young, take the quick shots as soon as he goes under, as soon as the switch even happens. You either taking a shot or we have a mismatch. And they were running it to a really good success. And then we switched it up a little bit, and we had Trae, and Trae really, really stepped it up. He got challenged. His defense stepped it up. And with that step up on his defense, his offense became just really in tune, and the game switched at that point.
And watch this, guys. How many logo threes did Trae shoot tonight?
Not many. He wanted to. A couple of times when we were up 30, he wanted to make it 33 times.
Exactly. When he like, played,
really? There was a couple. There was one time
smart ball, man. When he plays smart ball, there was one time it's when he be on that bullshit.
Yeah, but there was one time he stole the ball from Pascal, and then Double O came there. And I thought he was going to do a little cat and mouse with Double O, and he just went and shot the 3. And Double O was like, "Come on, man, just give me a lob. I'm right here." If you go back and watch that.
Look, Trae Young played like Trae Young tonight, and that's what. And that's.
If he plays
what
defense,
I said he had to.
Michael from my co-host on the other show, he says if Trae Young plays defense, we're almost unbeatable.
Yeah.
And when he don't take stupid ass shots, because you saw tonight, he brought out the whole arsenal tonight. You know what I'm saying? He had the floater game working. He was attacking, wasn't settling for stupid step back threes. You know what I'm saying? He played smart. And at the end of the day, that's all he has to do. And he still, without all the bullshit he be doing, he still end up with a 40 piece. You know, he took high percentage shot attempts tonight. That's why he was 17 for 24. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Nate McMillan need to be showing him, bro. You ain't got to do all that. You know, you want to do that showmanship mess. Do that when the game is already wrapped up. Okay. But when he just played his regular basketball, attacking the basket, the floater was working, the layups was working. Boom. His 40 and 11.
His ability to keep control when he gets inside the paint. I've never seen anybody that small still control space that well. I mean, and then his ability to shoot off both legs keeps taller guys just off. I mean, he's unreal when he's on and he's located. He's unguardable, and it's crazy. I'm just like, there's no way he's gonna. Oh, he just did. It's that quick. You don't even get a chance to even say what's going on. He's impressive. He's really impressive. It's his defense and his commitment to defense that's going to win him championships or not.
There you go. And like I said, we not expecting him to make no all defensive team, but what I expect when teams zero in on him, I expect him to take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Put forth that effort. Like, okay, you gonna target me? Nah,
Which is part of
telling, you know,
which is part of that Mamba mentality, right? Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes when he want to do the real Mamba mentality, that shit he did the other night wasn't Mamba mentality, but that was ego mentality. But when he played his game is attacking the basket. Listen, they already know he can shoot the three, man. So he already got the defense on their toes. That's why he can get to the lane. That's why I don't understand. Why does he stop attack? Man, I will be attacking all day until they stopped it. Like, I'd be like, you gonna stop me from attacking the basket. And then as soon as they drop off on you, pop, fire the three. You know what I'm saying? So
how do you I have a question
like
y'all.
That, bro, we are unstoppable.
I have a random ass question. How do you feel about coach's decision to just never challenge or listen to players for the challenge when it's not late in the game? There was a time where I think it was a foul on Trae Young where he clearly didn't foul, and Trae was like, let's ring it up. And it's never even a discussion. It's like he just has like a policy, almost like he does with like the rookies where they don't play. It's like a policy. I don't care if it's right or wrong, just go out there and play the game. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Well, I think his all only thing that happens is when they be like challenging, all he do is his staff rerun the video in the back. That's all they do. And then they let him know, man, that shit foul. Or they'd be like, hey, they're not going to overturn it. But, I mean, I'm not a big fan of using challenges. I'm saving all my shit to the fourth quarter, point blank, period. Because that's what you're going to need. Because you only get one, which I never understood. Even if you get it right, you only get one a game. So, save that shit to the fourth quarter. And if you don't need it, that's good. But I'm not calling nothing early. I'm not calling nothing in the first half. I ain't challenging shit in the first half. Point blank. So I can tell you that right now. It's worthless. Yeah, it's useless. Because then you come in that fourth quarter and then say you got JC Collins or whoever out there playing on 5 fouls and they call some bullshit. Then you want to have that challenge in your pocket. Or, you know, the game is close. We up one, down one, whatever. And you need that challenge because you feel that the ball went out on the other team. You know, you don't want to use a challenge in the first half and you can't do shit in the fourth quarter but watch and hope the refs do a replay. You know what I'm saying? So, right. You know, now, if you could win a challenge and still keep it, then that's different.
I think you can, right? Like in the first quarter, if you win the challenge, you still maintain a challenge.
I gotta go double check. Don't get me lying.
That's my understanding.
Don't get me lying. I gotta go double check. But
hopefully the people in the internet can help us out with that. If y'all know.
And that was a good ass win, man. That was a good
ass win. I needed it. Yeah. So the roller coaster system.
You know what I hate, man? You know what I hate, bro?
The roller coaster
these motherfuckers will have you up here 1 minute. Yeah, and then down in the dumps. The very next game, they'll put you right back in the dumps, man. Like,
yeah.
But man, that was such a. I'm glad we came out, man. And when we took control, and we didn't let up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I enjoyed.
And Toronto played the way that
they was out there hustling. They was out there hustling. That's what the boy told me. They hustled.
Yeah, they were out there hustling. They played so soft tonight. They
look like a bunch of good guys.
Yeah. And then you got Raj. I was like, y'all are gonna go on a straight losses. Can't even type. And I can see the whine and crying and disappointment. Y'all look like y'all wanted to draft Jaden Ivey tonight. So if you want to, make sure that you continue to play hard and continue to hustle, because I don't want to hear.
Did they ever say what was wrong with Hunter last night?
I think he had the shit. You talking about on Thursday?
Deandre.
I think he had the
Bulls
runs.
When he went out the game.
Yeah, he probably had some bad seafood out in Chicago.
Damn.
Probably did. Probably blew a hole. Yeah.
That's
why they come back. That's why they come back. His uniform is probably all messed up.
Yeah, when that happens, it's a wrap.
Look at this. You ain't making no playoffs. All right. Look at Toronto's schedule. Y'all talk about Toronto making the playoffs. Toronto's not making the playoffs.
I'm looking over here, man.
They were supposed to be good last year and they didn't make the playoffs. Like, so that must have been
Toronto was a top 5
right
team. They suck. And then we were in Tampa. Tampa don't prevent you from making the ball go in the hole.
Yeah, so we are equally shitting the bed with expectations, but at least we have a chance now with 20 games left to turn the season around, which we are. And we're starting to play Atlanta Hawks basketball. Clint Capella looked fresh, rebounding, laying the ball in. I don't know how. Every time it's like an adventure when he grabs the ball. I'm like, oh no, I just peek like this. I just go, oh, Clint got the ball. but no, like he's been on fire.
We played our ass off. We played our ass off today, man. We held them.
Yep.
And that's what I said it in pregame, man. I said keep them below their average of 3. We held them to 31% from 3. And then I said hold them to 44% or below from the field. We held them to 40% from the field. You know what I'm saying? They could not contain us. We shot 58% from the field.
Yeah.
Trent didn't do shit.
Trent didn't do shit. We out rebounded them. You know, Scotty Barnes is gonna be a force in this league. He looks NBA ready already.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem.
He looked good, but we were able to contain him. Like I said, Precious Achiuwa is a bad OG. What's that?
I said Scotty B had 6 points.
Yeah, we held him in check, you know, but even when he doesn't score, he just does so many things right as far as like where he sets up his picks, where he does passes, rebound.
He's good.
He's good.
Hey,
I didn't even know
when Gallo pulled a chair from under him.
Hell yeah!
You see when Gallo pulled a chair from under.
That was beautiful. I've done that so many
old
times.
School vet move.
Yeah, that shit was so nice.
Oh man, this is
that our run. See, that was in the middle of our run.
We needed this win.
Yeah.
I feel
like a weight just got lifted off my shoulders from that bullshit last night, man.
This team just plays with my emotions, though, man. I just don't know how I feel about that. It's just last game I was like, oh, we let that slip away. And I'm over here like a battered wife, like, it's okay. It's okay. You know, like, and now this month I'm like, yeah, get him. Let's do it. I think we got this. I mean, we look like world beaters at times. I mean, that's the problem. We look like world beaters at times. And I think that's what we have to temper is that, we got to get there to where we are world beaters instead of just looking like them.
Yep, and
because we show flashes of it. You know what I'm saying? We show flashes, and we can't, for some reason, we can't carry it over. You know what I'm saying? Over a long period of time. We had a couple of little lapses in the first half, like toward the end of the first quarter. We had a lapse where they came back and took the lead, but we didn't fold. And like I tell people, I understand, teams make runs, but we didn't let it get out of control. They went on a run. They was up like 8. We kept it within reason, and then we made our run. And bro, we put our foot on the gas, and we did not let up on the gas, baby.
Hey, can we have HBC Unite every night, because that crowd was hyped for a random Saturday. I mean, they were into it.
Was it HBC Unite tonight?
It seemed that
probably
way.
Got in for free.
Who knows? But
yeah,
that
it was HBC Unite tonight. Yeah,
yeah, it was definitely.
Got in. Hey, I'd have been turned up too.
Yeah. No, but they were turned up. I mean, like I said, the crowd was just great. And you could tell, like, when they were making the run from when they dropped it from 30 to 20, the crowd was dead silent. So they were really into it from our side. And I just love when the energy is like that in our where it's, where the crowd is an indicator.
Hey, Lou, are you in Atlanta?
No, actually, I moved out of Atlanta. I'm actually in Denver, downtown Denver.
Probably a smart move, how Atlanta can be. But have you been to a game this season?
I went to the Atlanta, to the game here when we played the Nuggets.
Oh my God, that was a
yeah, it was. But I mean, like, I saw what I needed to see, and we played a really good team on the road after like a bunch of really hard games. I mean, that was a rough stretch when we were in the middle of playing like almost everybody in the West, it seemed like. So I thought it was good. I definitely didn't bet on that game.
yeah. I mean,
that was that road trip we had to go on
early in the season.
That we was getting our ass waxed.
Yeah.
Road trip. I've been only on one game on that road trip too.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah,
but
I think that was a setup.
I was hoping.
I agree. The league has been not nice.
The league and the refs.
Yeah,
they need to do something with these refs though, man, because Trae is not getting to the line like he should, and especially watching that Philly game last night, how Harden and Embiid had 20 free throws in the first half. Like, that's ridiculous. That's purely ridiculous. Meanwhile, Trae Young be getting fouled and hacked, and I'm surprised they gave him the and one while you're playing. I'm surprised they gave him that.
And the refs against us aren't just like bad. It's like they're playing with the players' emotions. It looks like these are plays that are really volatile. Like where they react in such a way where it's visceral, and it's crazy. Like how the refs are really kind of just like, yeah, that's how much power we have. That's when they're running back down after making a shitty call. That's how they're running. It's like, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
and I don't even know why they should be telling the refs, don't speak to the fucking players, bro. If you
they should be able to
the call.
Yeah, because I mean,
I agree.
Like, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, analyst.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because I don't know if you remember after the Lakers game, Trae Young said that Tony Brothers was saying like, "Oh, you don't know how long I've been repping this league, young buck," or something like that. Yeah. And Trae Young said something back, and he got attacked for something. I mean, and then
he was like, "I don't care how long you've been
rough." And he was, "I don't care how long you've been in the league." Tony Brothers, Tony Brothers, and Scott Foster, all those guys never liked us. You see them, you might as well count a bad officiating night. But I mean, all the officials are bad. I mean, they don't call the game really in our favor.
Well, they just don't call it fair. I think that's the issue.
I feel real good, man. I feel real good, bro. Like, that was a service, but bro, we need.
It's about that time for me.
You know it is, dog. You know it. Hey, as soon as I get off of here, you know what you know where I'm gonna be at. But
Putting on your space helmet.
Yeah, going to Mars, man, but bro, I feel like a weight got lifted. Man, let me tell you something, Lou. Let me tell you something. I don't know why I'm so emotionally invested in this freaking team, bro. Like, I felt like with this win tonight, and since it just wasn't a regular win, it was just a demolish. I feel like a whole weight just got lifted off my shoulders, bro. Like, I got some room to breathe in now. Now we got something to work with. You know what I'm saying? We got something to work with, man.
Let me ask you this, Damon, because you and I've been, and it's just the youth of the analysts here, but is it interesting to have a superstar again where like basically the whims of the team are basically pinned on this one guy who's obviously the guy? It's like we haven't had an obvious guy like this where he can take over a game and you want him to, you expect him to. He doesn't let you down. Is it stranger to root for the team with this type of player on it?
You know what, man? The funny part is like how people hate Trae Young, man. Like, usually I'm always on the side hating a superstar. Like when I used to hate LeBron. I only hate LeBron when he played the Hawks, but like when he put us out the playoffs, I was so mad at LeBron James. When we back in the day when Orlando Magic, when they swept us out of the playoffs, I used to hate Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
But now we have a legit superstar, right? That is known outside of Atlanta. Okay, outside of Atlanta, and he's not a fringe type player,
right?
Like Joe Johnson, even though he was an all-star, he was like that fringe star player. You know what I'm saying?
He was a number 2 masquerading as a 1.
Yeah, good player, but not a superstar. He's not somebody like I'm gonna keep it real, right?
Personality.
I fucking hate the all. Hey, look. I hate the All-Star game, right? I hate it. I think it's a waste of time. But when I see Trae Young out there wearing that Atlanta Hawk gear, I'm sitting there thinking like, I wonder how much merch he's responsible for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's a lot.
We never had a player who could push. We never had a player that could push merchandise like that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the league respects that. They look at
me,
that. Trust me, they look at those numbers. The reason why we got those TV games this year scheduled and why we should look forward to many more national TVs in the double digits is because Trae Young sells merch.
Yeah, and I remember when he was in Oklahoma, and I remember when Los from the group, when he said we was going back and forth about who we gonna draft, and I was like, man, I don't want Trae Young. That dude terrible. And
I didn't want him.
He was like, he said, hey, that dude is box office. And sure enough, this dude is box office entertainment. And you know what? It's funny because a lot of our younger Hawk fans, see, they don't remember the times when our best player was a Joe Johnson, when our best player was when our point guard used to skip down the court. Remember Mike Bibby? He was so old he had to skip down the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Years and years of wasted freaking draft picks.
Hey, but I love me some Mike Bibby. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. When Bibby got here and we got that AC, I mean, that was like everything at that time. Cause we ain't been to the playoffs before then. It was like 8 years. So I mean, I give Bibby and them credit for jump starting the organization. And
Bibby was such a winner.
I wish we could have got Bibby, maybe 3 years a little younger.
When Memphis got him.
Yeah, man. But so hey, but tonight, man, that boy Trae put on a freaking master class against the. And look, they can't say nothing. Van Fleet played, they best player played in Siakam. Trent Jr. played.
What do you think about Coach having to bring Trae back because we couldn't break the press and they dropped it down 10 points? Do you think that's an issue?
Well, it's an issue it's an issue that we already knew of. We already know that. That's why I don't understand why Travis didn't get us another actual true point guard. You know,
playmaker.
Maybe he thought Sharif was gonna be that. Yeah. Maybe he thought Sharif was gonna be that third guy, that third guard. You know, that's what I'm assuming because he went and got DeLon Wright. You know, Skylar Mays did a little thing out there.
Well, then that brings up an interesting point that I think Kirkshin brought up, which is are the Hawks operating not at a maximum efficiency with communication between Nate and Travis Schlenk? Because like it just seems like the groceries aren't really matching the philosophies. Like if you knew Jalen Johnson wasn't going to get traded or wasn't going to get played, and you got such a valuable pick like that, why wasn't he traded, packaged up to bring in something else? You know, like why aren't these guys like on that same page of knowing that the type of guy that they're bringing in is good? Like none of that. That's the only thing that really doesn't jive with me right now.
Well, first of all, you got to figure out one, why isn't Jalen Johnson playing? Okay, that could be anything from Coach Nate. Maybe Nate say the dude ain't ready. You know what I'm saying?
Well, tonight I saw Mays having to correct his position. I saw Mays having to correct JJ's positioning on defense like 3 times, and they only played like 2 minutes. So maybe there is some, you know, fundamental reason, but on JJ's side as to why
you know what? And you know what? That's cool because JJ don't really get burned with the Hawks. All his burn come from College Park. Now, what that tells me is is the Hawks and College Park are the philosophies the same. Because they should be the same. Your G League team should mimic everything the first team does. Just like down here in Texas, the Spurs, they 2 hours from me, but their G League team is only an hour away, right north of Austin. So I went to a couple games since I've been down here, and bro, they do this. They look like the Spurs. Like the way they run their offense. So that way, guess what? When you do pull somebody up, they can just fall in on the game plan. You ain't gotta teach them nothing. So that could be a disconnect right there, you know. But maybe that's why Nate didn't clear the bench till 2 minutes? Because I thought he should have cleared it with about 5 minutes left. But
well, I mean, they had to bring Trae in. It just seems like he was waiting for them to give up before he was going to take his guys out. And I just thought we should have just been like, all right, we got this, you know.
Or you know what else I was thinking? I was thinking like maybe Nate making them boys play all the minutes because he's like, hey, y'all need to play 48 minutes of basketball. Keep your ass out there. Let's keep it going because let's get that out your mind. Oh, the game's over. The game's out. Let's get that out your head. Because he could have took Trae out 4 minutes, but he kept him in how long? To what, like the 2 minute mark? So
are you gonna start going
and he was still getting buckets?
You're gonna start going through the individual performances because I'm curious as to what y'all think about Herter's performance.
I thought, look,
I mean, I can wait. I can wait.
Start it right now. Let's go, family.
He came on that second half.
No, we can knock it out.
Some shots
now. Go ahead, analyst.
No, I was just saying Herter came out in that second half.
All right, family. Here we go. Player ratings for this evening. Yeah, he did his thing. He did his thing, man. Luckily, we did what we had to do, and we put the game out of reach early.
Yeah, I mean,
he did his thing. He
didn't fuck around in the third quarter neither, like we usually do.
Yeah, we
okay,
guys, let's go. Here we go. Player ratings.
Damon, I hate doing this to you.
Drop your player ratings in the chat.
Hold on, I hate doing this to you, but real quick, how do you feel about Tristan Thompson and Thaddeus Young? Those players that would have been really nice on this Hawk squad, not even being able to get gotten. Like, do you think that's something we didn't go for? Just real quick, I did want to get into that before we got into the player ratings, but like, I see these guys on these different teams back to back.
I think
I'm like, why didn't we do something like that,
bro? Bro, if you Tristan Thompson, would you come to a team under 500?
At that point in your career,
no.
Especially, I mean,
there you go.
Like,
ding, ding, ding. So it don't matter what we said.
Yeah, I mean, like I was gonna say, like the way I describe the buyout market, I've said this a bunch of times. The way I describe the buyout market is a group of players that have a whole bunch of player options in the off season. So basically, they're not gonna go to a place that they're not gonna win at. That they don't feel like they can win a title right then and they're like,
yeah, that's the same thing. That's the same thing I thought. I y'all just confirmed it. I was like, damn, we're just not there yet. You know, it's like these guys just it's too many contracts down the list before they are making their decision.
Okay, Rod say I didn't do the player range. Oh, I can do the player range for last game right now, Rod. You want to hear him? Here they go. 0 for all of them. Bam. Player ratings done for that last game.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Gallo got a 10 because I was ready to get on here and just talk about you see Demond. I told you all we need is a back to the basket. When Trae's off, we could just still win the games. I told you, but nope. Last minute, rest got us. Trae Gallo went off. Bogey looked good.
To the basket.
Herter and fucking Trae got a 0. JC gets a 0. Hunter gets a 0 because those guys just weren't available. And damn that. I'm tired of that.
Yeah, Hunter.
Trae get a -1.
Hunter probably had a bit of too much deep dish pizza.
I hope
probably caught up with him.
He had something.
You know, when I first
let's do these player ratings though, family.
Let's do it. Well, we just went through the Bulls one. That's what
player ratings out the way.
The Bulls.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go, guys. Player ratings for tonight's game. Y'all know how we do it. We rate them players 1 through 10. Drop your rating in the chat. We starting off with Deandre Hunter. Played 38 minutes. Gave you 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He was 4 for 11 from the field, but he was 2 for 4 from 3. So that's 50% from 3. That's like what? 37% from the field. And he had 1 turnover. What y'all giving him? Okay, DJ gave him a 6. What y'all got, family?
I'm gonna go with like a 5 because if I'm not mistaken, he missed a couple of free throws as well. I'm holding him to a high standard. That game was good, but that was a bad game. I want to look back at this and be like, that was a bad game by Deandre Hunter's standard. 4 for 11 is bad efficiency. He missed bunnies when we needed to put points on the board. His defense, got him basically all 5 of his points. He finally did hit a couple of open shots, but he's just missing too many open shots where if he wants to be the man, if he wants to get paid, then he's got to hit that shot. He's got to become that guy.
I will give him a 6. The only reason I'm giving him a 6, and you know how hard I am on Trae, is because I thought that this was one of his better defensive games. I thought he did a pretty solid job on Siakam.
He really did.
But I can't stand when he gets the ball in the offensive end. The turnovers, man, turnovers and the missed shots tonight. I can't look past that. If he makes a couple more shots and he makes his free throws, maybe give him an 8. But he's getting a 6 from me tonight because I just feel like that his offense is not there. And don't get it wrong. Defense is more important than offense, but offense is important too. So you just can't, ignore offense because that's how you put points on the board. So Trae gets a 6 from me tonight. Solid job on defense, but not enough on the offensive end tonight.
All righty, next player up, Gallinari played 30 minutes. Gallo gave you 3 points, 5 rebounds,
did he?
3 assists. Yep, 1 for 9 from the field, 1 for 6 from the 3. He had 0 turnovers. What are y'all rating Gallinari tonight? I give Gallinari, give him a 4. He was terrible tonight.
Well, God,
I give him a 6.
Yeah.
If you want to think about it, analysts, I'll go ahead and spurt off some things about what Gallo's game does, where it's not going to come up on the stat sheet.
No, plan on giving him pretty close to what you gave him. So
yeah, and I just think like even besides the points, he took all the shots that the offense got out of the play. He took all the right ones. He missed them. Normally those go in, but he took all the right ones. He didn't force anything. There was a couple of times where he was demanded to be the playmaker, and he took it upon himself to get into the lane. He still finds other people. He still makes the pass before the pass that gets to score several different times on offense. Like he just makes the right reads, and I think he keeps our offense flowing because of the gravity that he draws, and he used it tonight to his advantage. And the missed shots, unfortunately, but when you're already established in the league, you even taking those shots is good for our offense. And so I thought tonight, I did, he pulled the chair a couple times when we needed a run. I thought he instigated a couple of things. I thought he just comes with the bravado that we need. He just has
that vet leadership,
and it shines. And I thought tonight it held everything together. So he gets a 6.
So I'm going to give Gallo the fact that I didn't even know that Gallo scored only 3.
I know. I definitely thought it was 12.
Dude, I could have sworn it was a lot more. That's how effective he was tonight.
Exactly.
Like he doesn't have to score to be effective. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know if y'all saw Scotty Barnes thought that he could back Gallinari down. You're not backing Gallo down. He stayed in one place and then Gallo poked it away from him.
And he poked it away a couple other times on a couple other players.
Yeah, Gallo's getting a 7 tonight. Gallo's getting a 7.
I was going to give him a 7, but I dropped it down to 6.
And MI, he gets a 7, but you know how I feel about when I hear stats. But to me, there was just something else about Gallinari's game tonight. I even mentor him Big O after Big O blocked a Chua shot. So
I saw that. I thought that was mwah. Yeah. I mean, he was still getting his ass. He was like, "You were in the wrong position. You know you were in the wrong position. You blocked the shot, but I don't care." And he's like, it was beautiful.
Gallo is that Gallo is one of those guys. It's like you almost want to keep for like years. It's like forever. He's like
Kyle Korver all over again.
All right. So we see that Lou and analysts thinking highly of Gallo, but the chat thinking totally different. But we move on to the next player. Our next player, everybody's favorite, Clint Capella. 18 minutes, 8 points, 9 rebounds. Led the team in rebounding. 0 assists. He was 4 for 5 from the field. He had 0 turnovers, and even added a steal tonight. Yeah, I'm giving in my eye, Clint Capella. I'm giving Clint Capella a 7. I give him a 7. Originally a 6, but since we won, I add a point to it, so that's a 7. He looked good out there, man. Early, he was aggressive. He looked like he had an extra little spring in his step. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the beginning. So he kind of set the tone early, as far as the effort. What y'all think? What are y'all giving Capella?
Analyst, you want to take this one on first, or you want me to go? Because when it comes to these our interior players, if I don't notice them, then I'm starting off at about a 6, because like as long as they don't get in the way of what we're doing on offense, then I'm cool. And Clint, like I said, he looks spry. The last couple of games, like his quick hops are back, where he out jumps him the second time. I'm noticing him getting the balls. Even when he's beat, he's making them work. And he's a body that comes in and does that and is cool with just doing that. So we don't need our big men to need the ball. And he's unfortunately not a guy that we can dump the ball to and get some playmaking as well. I mean, if he was, he'd be a way higher paid player because he does this job so well. So I'm going to keep it at right around a 6. You don't do half points, do you?
Nah, But see, that's what I gave him. I gave him a 6, but since we won, I'll always add a point. So he gets a 7. So you gonna add a point for the victory, or you just gonna leave it at a 6?
I'm leaving it at a 6. I think the 18 points is disappointing. He didn't score 18. Not 18 points, the 18
No,
minutes.
he had 8 points.
The 18 minutes is disappointing. And I don't know if it's due to, management or whatever, but the fact that his numbers are going down and he's like the double O is just coming in and just outshining him. It's like we're a better operating machine and with more options and versatility. And not only that, but double O does the job of reading and playing more than what just his position is, and it shows on defense where he's covering one or two players, and we just need that right now. And I just think the fact that his minutes are going low shows that he's a movable piece as well.
Rashad, make sure you can hear me. Clint Capella is getting a 5 tonight. Clint Capella will not get a high grade from me as long as he cannot do something with the ball. I mean, rebounds are essential. You're a big man. Every big man gets rebounds, so the rebounds don't stand out to me. The points, half of those were Trae Young pick and rolls.
Just lobs
so
ashes.
He was almost not even there tonight. I mean, Big O could have started and played 48 minutes, and we would have just been fine. I mean, yeah, I noticed Clint being out for a while. This is showing you that Clint Capella is becoming less and less involved in what we're trying to do here. To be honest with you, I see really taking that next step in his career, and he could be our center for the future. Even though how much I hate looking at the future, he could be our center for the future. And Clint Capella is looking real movable this offseason.
Yeah, and you know what? Double O is decisive, and if he's gonna shoot the shot, which sometimes he makes, sometimes he doesn't, I don't mind because it's how quick he shoots it is all you need. And I think I like I said, the double O is definitely. God, he's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, look at his numbers.
So well, he plays the game
all
so
right,
well.
Speaking of double O, that's who we got up next, family. Next on the player rating is Onyeka Okongwu. 27 minutes. This is stat line now. 27 minutes. 17 points. 7 boards. 1 assist. He was 6 for 6 from the field, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 3 blocks, 1 steal. That dude filled up the stat line. I'm with Dwayne and Drummer Boy. I'm giving him a 10, baby. A 10.
Yeah, baby. Oof. I'm gonna go with the 9 because I want him to work. I'm gonna go with the 9.
Oh,
hey. I love it, dude. If I can wax a little bit more poetically about Double O, I would, because like I just think he is the type of player that just gets it. He takes this as a profession. He's gifted. He's really smart. So he plays the game where you can see him thinking and trying to outthink the guys, and you could see his cat and mouse game play off later in games, like. Where he's been going under and then he does something different where the guy like is thrown off and misses the shot. I mean, it's just, if you like watching the little shit, he's the guy.
Big O is getting a 10.
What you got, Analyst?
10.
I
love
DJ
look,
say,
now,
hey, DJ say give him a 17. God dang.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you, Big O started. I think it was him being in the game. I had to get adjusted to seeing him for that long because Big O was starting to frustrate me when on some plays like the Gallinari play where Christian Chuk kind of went around and I was like, whoa, Yanka, let's stay with your guy. Christian is another big man, but overall he played well. I mean, the 3 blocks should talk about his defense. And people say, well, Clint Capella has those games sometimes, but you still need the Clint. If you throw it down to Big O, he's scoring the ball. He's going back. He's just I'm telling you guys, Big O is going to be something special. He's going to be something special. And
Trae, I put it in the chat, man. He had 3 blocks.
I really want to see a efficient, established Trae and O pick and roll. I really want to see that. That is going to be something that is great. It's just going to be music. It is just, man. I can't.
Double O does something really, really awesome, which is he can challenge the shot without fouling. That is, and
he had to learn that because he used to be Mr. Whistle himself. He used to foul every time. Like, God, oh yeah, because remember he used to pick up like three early fouls, and Nate had to go put Clint back in. But
right.
he has learned. He's learned, and really, I think he's really learned from Lou and Gallo. I wouldn't even say he learned from.
Yeah,
Clint
me too. He has a nice relationship with Lou. How much burn did he get in the playoffs last year? I'm drawing a blank.
Played some big minutes against some good guys.
He didn't really get real minutes until to the Philly series.
Yeah,
he didn't really play that. He didn't play impactful minutes against the Knicks.
That's the other thing about Double O is that he has the right mindset for big game and big stage games, without having to have the accolades at the end of the game to feel he was successful. Like, man, I'm just telling you, I'm super excited about this guy. I remember when we picked him, I really wanted Tyrese Halliburton, but it took me only and normally I'm the biggest critic, but it took me like 5 minutes to be like, you know what, I'm okay with this pick. I'm good with this.
Yeah, I was excited when I saw it picked him because.
Go ahead, analyst.
Oh, I was just saying that a couple weeks or a month or two before the draft, I was looking at some prospects that at the time I know we had the number 6 overall pick, and I was looking. I was like, man, I said this kid out of USC is really good. I said, I know we have Clint and everything. I think Clint was still injured at that time, so I was looking at Onyeka, and I was like, he could be a really nice piece. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to lie to you. I did not look at Tyrese that much. I didn't see him go. I didn't see him going in our range. I didn't see him pick worthy. Well, with number 6 overall, and I'm glad we didn't select Killian Hayes either. I'm glad that we went with Double O. To me, I think that we got the best player available at that point. If you look at it now, don't get me wrong, Tyrese is really nice now. I mean, Tyrese is a really good player now.
Tyrese, all right, but he cool and everything. But like I be saying, F that dude. He want us to draft him. F him. I mean, I understand his point why, but all right, family. The next player we have up next for the ratings, Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter gave you 29 minutes. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 5 for 9 from the field, so that's over 50% from the field. 4 for 7 from 3. That's over 50% from 3. Let's see. 0, I repeat, 0 turnovers. Kevin Huerter gets an 8 from me. Talk to me, Lou.
I think that's a fantastic place to put him. I think he got an 8 for me as well. He hit open shots. I saw him moving his hips and his little old feet today on defense. The effort was there. The mentality was there. The look was there. I'm already, JC and Trae Young taking this referee antagonization going on. I don't need to see Huerter doing it. I don't need to see all these other secondary guys start to do it. And for a little while they were, and now when he gets his bad calls, he just shuts the fuck up. Sorry, I know it's a family show, but he just shuts up, goes on and does his business. Attacking Huerter, it's just playmaking Huerter. It's what we need. It's I don't know. He's pseudo Trae Young's Batman, or he's pseudo Trae Young's Robin. It's just for some reason these two kind of rub off each other well. When he's doing well and playing well, Trae Young plays well. When Trae Young's doing well, he plays well. They kind of just do it for each other.
Analyst
8 as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna give her a 9, and I feel like 9 could be a stretch, but I feel like for the minutes that he played, the role that he played tonight, he didn't play in the role that we need to rely on him. And I think that he played perfectly. He helped us get out on that third quarter run. He hit a couple threes. He was able to score. I thought that I saw possessions where he was forcing the turnovers. He was being a pest on defense. And then he didn't turn the ball over tonight, which is almost guaranteed for Herter. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that really, I feel like that set him apart from me tonight, because Herter was kind of funky the past few games, but I felt like he really played. Even though he only had 14 points, he didn't take that many attempts. So I feel like
I'll take 5 of 9 from him all day.
Yeah, 4 for 7 from 3. Yeah, I mean, and one of my
4 for 7 from 3. Hell yeah.
Yeah, 4 for 7 from 3, and I think one of them rolled in, rolled out. So look, I will take that from Kevin. If I don't have to get 20 and whatever tonight, I mean, from Herter, we don't need that. If everyone plays their game, and that's what you look at the stat sheet and see, everyone played their game tonight, and it showed. And Trae Young was our leader tonight, and everyone fed off of it. And the ship rolled well against a Toronto team that has a lot of soul searching to do after seeing them facial expressions on the court in that third quarter. I don't know if y'all saw it. People say I'm overreacting. Y'all, they looked. I don't know if you were listening to Bali Sports Southeast with Dominique and Bob, but they noticed it too. Them face, boy, yeah, they look like they wanted to go home.
Hey, speaking of Kevin, I don't know if he's going to get on the.
Like they gave up, bro.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know if Kevin Knox is going to get on the player rating board. But Kevin Knox getting put in these little times, I like it. It's like, okay. But I would love to have seen Cam. I wish Cam would have just accepted his role. What an asshole. Anyways, go.
Yeah. All right, guys. And then we got our last player, and then we're going to have the coaches, and then we're going to have the bench. So, one reason I took, I did O by himself, because the dude is getting like starters minutes. So that's why I don't include him with the bench anymore. But the next player we got up, the one and only Bogey Bondanovich. Bogey played 29 minutes, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 for 11 from the field, which is what? That's about 47%, if I had to guess off the top of my head, which is not bad for a jump shooter. 2 for 6 from the 3, so he didn't shoot that too well. That's about 30-some percent.
That's right. Some of those were already up.
Yeah, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. What we giving Bogey? I give Bogey a 7, man. I give him a 7. What you got on that, analyst? What you gonna give him?
I'll give Bogey an 8. Not to just one up you on everything, but seriously, I'm giving Bogey an 8 because again, he almost falls in the same boat as her. He played his role tonight, and I felt like I didn't even feel like he missed a lot of shots. Like when I look at the stats, I mean, stats don't, obviously stats don't lie, but I didn't feel like he missed that many shots. Like I feel like Bogey made the right shots, and I think that we were not recognizing this new Bogey this year. That Bogey is just not a catch and shoot shooter this year. He's showing us that he can slowly become a playmaker. It takes a while for you to become a playmaker because that's where the turnovers come in. But he's slowly showing that he can become a playmaker and another threat in the pick and roll. Not him dunking it, but him initiating the pick and roll. Like I've seen a couple times where he'll find Big O. So I think that Bogey is showing us that he can get to the basket. He can take a mid-range shot. I really like what I saw from Bogey. He's gonna 8. Nothing higher than that because I would like to see him shoot a little bit better when you look at the stats. But I feel like he played the way he needed to play tonight for us to get a win. And I like wins.
I could not.
What you got there, Mr. Lou Starski?
I could not agree with that more. I was gonna give him an 8 as well. I mean, the thing is like Bogey's the type of guys like if he's the other mini Trae Young attitude wise, where like he's not scared to take the big shot and the shot that's going to end the run, the shot that's going to prolong the run, the shot that's going to be a dagger and then go, it's Bogey. And he's starting to do those plays again. And there was a couple of times where we needed to stop the bleeding. He was able to hit a big three. So it wasn't his productivity or efficiency tonight, but it was the shots that he did make. There was a couple of times where he drove it, took contact, laid it in, made sure we scored and made hard plays. Like analyst said, he found a couple of players. I thought he would have had more assists than just the two, but the rebounds were big from the guard position. I'm starting to see that, he isn't the best defender, but the effort's there, and so it's just like he's just okay. But I would say an 8 because he took the big shots. He took he made a couple of big shots. He provides that extra layer of cover for the attitude that Trae's going to rock with. And I think like his sharp shooting when he's on is like a dagger for us. I love it. And I thought he took those shots.
I want to say this one thing real quick to what you were saying about Bogey on defense. Yes, you're right. He's not the best defender, but I would argue he's not the best perimeter defender because most of his defense is he's having to guard the perimeter guys. If you ever notice when guys take Bogey down to the lane, it's pretty tough to score on him.
They usually kick it out on him.
Yeah, they usually kick it out because his hands are up and it's pretty hard to score on him. But like Bogey, he from the 3-point line, he usually sags back a little bit and then you find him jumping. But he's pretty good when teams try to go down the lane on him. They have to either kick it back out or they have to take a really tough shot and they usually miss it. Like even the mid range, he's pretty tough on that. He'll contest it and then sometimes they'll make it, sometimes they won't. But perimeter defender, not good. But I have seen tremendous improvement from last season in the paint with his defense.
Did we get a stall?
Next up on the ratings. Next up. What's up?
No, but I will. You kind of look like Talib Kweli. I don't know if people watch that show, but you kind of look like a little. When you hide behind the mic, you look like Talib Kweli. Anyways, go ahead. What?
Check it out.
You got bars.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, we got bars over here. Bars. All right. Next, we got up family. Next, we have is Nate McMillan and his coaching staff. So how we rate the coaching staff is do you feel that Nate had the team ready to play tonight? Did you feel that did you like his rotations? We ain't got to bring up the offense because I don't know what the hell we run anyway besides dribble, stand around. But to me, I think Nate, I'm gonna have to give Nate a 9, man, and I'm gonna give him a 9 because after that loss last night, the night before, we could have easily came out and came out with no energy. We could have came out feeling sorry for ourselves. We could have came out thinking that, we not gonna make it, we not gonna make the playoffs. We can't get over this hump. But I think Nate had the boys ready to play. And it's been a minute since I've seen this team come out in that first quarter with just so much energy. Just getting up and down the court, hands everywhere. You know what I'm saying? A couple steals early in the game. So I feel Nate had the team ready to play tonight. What's your opinion on that, analyst?
Nate gets a 10 because he got a tech, first of all, but he made adjustments, and that was key. He made adjustments, and I felt like the adjustments were key tonight, and I felt like that he played well. He let a fire under the guys.
Yeah, I'll go with. I thought that said B, but I'm assuming it's at 8. But it's about an 8. For me because while I'm excited that he hasn't lost the team. And I don't know if that was what y'all both kind of were alluding to, is where, that he could have lost the voice of the team, and where he's like, hey, guys, it's okay. We lost that game. We played good, but let's get out there. Let's start off hot. He could have been saying all the right shit, and the team's like, yeah, whatever. but whatever it is, like they're still gelling together. They're still fighting for each other. So I really like that about it. I thought the another good thing was I mentioned earlier in the show. He was playing a cat and mouse game with another very good coach who specializes on maximizing matchups, and so I thought that was good to see.
Good point.
I thought that was good to see. In-game reactions, and having success with the decisions. I think overall though, like some of his policies of just like being so rigid. Some of his ideas of the veteran stuff, it kind of still shows, and I don't know, he doesn't have that. He's, even though he won tonight's matchup, he still doesn't have that feel of creativity or like it's kind of just like if the guys are on, he looks like a genius. Like it's not like he's going to put his stamp on the game. So I give him.
I agree with you, Lou.
I give him an 8.
I agree with you 100% on that, Lou. I agree with you. Now, we got a couple of players. I'm not even going to say the bench, right? Because we know our bench really is Bogey and Big O, Double O, and Yucca, whatever everybody want to call them. But give me your quick thoughts. Give me your quick thoughts on these players' performance tonight, because they played in garbage time. So let me know if you saw something. Did y'all see anything with Jalen Johnson on the court? He only got 3 minutes tonight, but he did. He still was in 3 minutes. He was 2 for 2 with 4 points and 1 rebound. Did y'all see something with Jalen Johnson tonight? Besides, I know you pointed out the defensive lapse. He had to get told what position to be in a couple times. But did y'all see anything else from Jalen Johnson?
I saw that, and I'll say this: he takes up NBA space with his steps. Like his spin moves are effective. He's going to be able to get shots off. It really just depends on if he gets an opportunity and if he has the confidence in himself. His IQ, he kind of still is looking around, but that's okay because that's what you expect from someone who really hasn't played a lot in these settings, So I think everything that you could good see from Jalen Johnson, you saw in those 2 minutes, and everything bad that you would expect from a rookie that hasn't gotten a lot of playing time, you also saw that.
I'm predicting Jalen Johnson will.
Nah, I got something else for you there, Mr. Analyst. What did you think of Skylar May's performance? Talk to me, Analyst.
I like Skylar May's performance. Look, I like Skylar May's. I like Skylar May's whenever he was replacing some guys. Whenever the guys out with COVID. Look, in my opinion, I agree with Jr. Skylar should replace DeLon. I'm passionate about that. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Lou. What does DeLon give you that Skylar Mays can't? Skylar Mays can give you far more in scoring. You look, what can DeLon give you more than Skylar Mays?
I don't know. I've never even thought about it, man. I'm gonna have to think about it because my initial was like, nah, that's silly. But yeah, I guess you're right. I like Skylar Mays too. Look, maybe if Conti was here, he would say that he's light skinned. I guess the only thing that
dude, Skylar.
Hey, but Skylar, I will say this. No, go ahead, Analyst.
Oh, I was just saying that. Look, Skylar, like he doesn't have like the potential to like be a star, but he has the potential to be. If he gets the right minutes, he gets that confidence. He has the potential of being a really solid role player, and I think him as the backup point guard. I feel like that would be pretty good. Again, what can't he give you that DeLon Wright gives you? So he plays defense and he plays well.
He's also got a thick body, and I like that. What we were talking about with Bogey is his strength from his core is kind of what separates him as a 6'5" guard over there. And Skylar Mays does have that too.
Well, hopefully Skylar Mays, like I say, man, like I don't know why Nate doesn't get his dude no burn at all, but I mean, Skylar been hanging around. They must think highly of him because remember last offseason we let old what's his name, Nate go. Nathan Knight, we let him go, but we kept Skylar. So
he wasn't that good.
That told me either Travis or Nate seen something in this guy to keep him around. Considering we just drafted another point guard, so they must see something in Skylar Mays, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I think the reason why we let him go is because we felt like whoever we could get at the 20th pick at the time was probably gonna take up that two-way contract, because you gotta think you have, I think, two ways. Skylar is one of them, and I think Jalen Johnson's gonna get a two-way contract this year. If he's already on
Jalen Johnson he got a guaranteed first round pick, get guaranteed money.
First round, yeah, they get money.
Then Sharif could get a
first round pick guaranteed.
Can I bring up something? The play-in for the East has the potential to be Toronto versus Brooklyn, and the Hawks versus Boston. And these would be great games, to watch.
They are. They would.
Who do you think has a better play-in tournament setup, the East or the West? I'm really starting to hype up the East this time, because it's been a long time since the East has been even as good as the West. I think people
say the East, I say the East, but the media are gonna go with the West because the Lakers are gonna be in that play-in. Everybody wants to see LeBron and what he can do, but real basketball fans should be looking at the East. You got each playing team has stars on it. Okay, now we know obviously if the Nets was healthy, they will be nowhere near a playoff game. Play-in game, but it's gonna cut, bro. That shit could be. Hold up, Kyrie won't be able to play if it's in New York, so he can't play. So they gonna have KD and Ben Simmons. You have the Celtics with Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
I think they lifted
us with Trae. You know what? They probably did. Whatever. Don't even get me started. I mean, Lou know how I feel about that shit, but don't even get me started.
I've already expressed my feelings about the vaccine.
The playing games, the playing games is in the East. You have a superstar on each team. Each team in the playing got an all-star. So I mean, why wouldn't TVs? No bullshit. The East should be on primetime TV for them playing game. They primetime games right there. It ain't like it's the damn Wizards, without a Bradley Beal creeping up in there or something. But hey, I'm excited about it.
Or the fraud Knicks.
Oh, they done for, bro. They done for. They tank. They done for now, bro.
Yeah,
they need to be.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, man. They hit on Quentin Grimes.
Yeah, bro, that dude play hard as shit, man. Like, hey, he played hard. Like, I was watching him, and I'm over here drinking water. I'm like, God dang, let me get some water. Because he run up and down that court, man.
He is constantly making the right
they got
play.
some excitement. But you know what? The Knicks, just like the Lakers, their fans, they're impatient. So the fans want to win now. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
And then you got a coach.
The organization mess up and end up shipping out some of that young talent, because all New York they just want a superstar.
What if we went after this? What if we went after this? What if we did this? What if we sent JC over to? Or no, nah, because they wouldn't. Houston wouldn't take a Clint Capella back, so it would have to be like JC and something for Al Sengun, because Al Sengun offers exactly what the Hawks need. Even though he's a rookie,
they not giving that dude up, man. The
for JC,
worst place to go for young talent is developing. No, because developing teams, they'll be like, why would we give up this guy for your guy when we got our guy who's younger with potential and who don't make $25 million? So why would we do that? Why would we take on $25 million in money and we not even trying to win shit?
We'll give him a couple picks and Jalen Johnson.
No. I know, and I'm not saying no.
I ain't giving them all that shit.
No,
they can keep Al Sengun. They can keep. They can keep. They can keep El Segundo, baby.
We got the assets to make ridiculous offers to get whatever we want. In my
right, but not to overpay for
man,
another rookie skill.
When you want young talent, you got to go to teams that's trying to win, because they'll trade all their talent for a player that can help them win now. So I mean, you look somewhere like the Knicks. Who else? Who tried to win? The Lakers. You saw the Lakers gave up all their young talent just to get AD. Who else?
That was a huge.
Well, I heard something about getting AD here. I heard something about making a trade offer for AD. Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that's what analysts want. That's what analysts want to do.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that?
I have offers.
Let me tell you something.
I write them all down. I have offers.
Hey, listen, bro. You can't have AD and Hunter. You can't have AD and Hunter on the same team, bro. That's like a buy. That's 100 games missed right there between both of them.
Hey, you know who's over there? Hey, y'all know that y'all know that meme with the dude with the yellow jacket right behind the tree. You know who's over there with that move is Emery. They looking at that shit like, bring him on. we'll do all sorts of experiments.
Rubbing his hand, rubbing his hands like Birdman.
Emery's like, bring on AD as a player.
Yeah. But fellas, it's time for me to wrap it up.
Hell yeah, man. This is fun. I
appreciate everybody. Salute to the chat. Boom. Shout out to my guests, my boy Lou Star Ski in the building. Tap in with us every Wednesday. We do new pack rap. Come mess with us. I'm trying to keep my cursing to a minimum. But come mess with us every Wednesday. Tap in. Yeah, we go wild on that show. Tap in with the Atlanta analyst. He got his own YouTube channel. Tap in with him. He posts way more than I do. Every time I look at my phone, I get an update from analysts. Analysts with the update. So that lets you know that analyst is very active and in tune to what's going on with the Atlanta Hawks and the NBA. So tap in with them. Salute to the chat once again. I'm going to tap in with y'all. I'm about to take my nightly trip. Lou know what I'm talking about. About to take my nightly trip to Mars. So we're gonna holler at y'all. We're gonna catch up with y'all.
Hopefully you're gonna use your quick.
I gotta go get the small lighter, bro. Let me go get a small lighter.
True that. I meant to actually throw those in there, but I thought I'd get in trouble.
No, I'm gonna go get one, but I appreciate it. But so our next game, let me do a quick look. Looking like our next game, we look like we got Boston? Is that what it's looking like?
That should be a W. We beat him twice this season. Should have been.
What day is that? Look, what day
Tuesday.
is that? Let me look.
Tuesday.
We
got a little break.
So y'all know. Oh, so
there's still not any team that scares me besides Philly and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not worried about none of those teams until we lock in a position. I'm worried about the play-in right now. Let's do the play-in. And then we can start looking at other things. Oh, who knows? Maybe we can go on another run like we did last year, 27-11. And who knows?
A 7-game win streak would be great right now.
Yeah.
Those guys got to take it day by day. I can dream.
hey. The fans can dream, man. The fans can dream.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we could dream all right. Hey, we could dream. Hey, I done had nightmares with this team, so I'm done dreaming. I need to see. I need to see it in the flesh. But thank y'all for tapping in. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm not gonna be on tomorrow. I'll be on Monday. We're probably gonna do another live. Me and analyst Lou want to hop in. And once again, fam, chat. Reminder: this is a fan channel. So anytime you want to hop in, until we get the phone lines going, we doing videos. So anytime when y'all see me post that link at the bottom, just follow that link. Come tap in. Don't be scared to come on the video and voice your opinion. Okay. But we'll probably go live sometime on Monday. I'm gonna take tomorrow off from being on the internet. Come tap in with us on Monday. We're gonna go live. Then on Tuesday, we're gonna do post game. Might do a pregame. Be on the lookout for that. I gotta see what my schedule is on that day. You got any last words, Mr. Lou Starsky?
Hey, can I do a programming note first? Like a little programming note just to tie into what you were saying. If you want to use the link to come, even if you do use the link, you can still just do your audio, do a false name, and no video, and you can talk all the shit behind your coward black screen all you want. We'll still take you on, right?
Yeah, but hey, we not turning down nobody who want to come voice their opinion. You want to come up here, voice your opinion? Come on up here. You got any last words there, Mr. Analyst? Raj ain't coming up here. You got any last words, Analyst?
Yeah, I want to see Raj come on.
I want to see. Well, no last words.
Scared, bro.
Great W. Like I said, I guaranteed it yesterday. Great W. If you could send me Lou's Twitter, that'd be great. But great win. We waxed Toronto tonight, So and Trae Young was being Trae Young tonight. So
yeah,
very great night overall. Played well.
When I stop the live, just stay on. All right. Salute to y'all, man. We catch y'all ASAP. We out, Hawks Nation.